This man wants to know the truth about his internet girlfriend.
She had popped up on Facebook. She just seemed like a very pleasant Christian woman. Very beautiful, dark brown hair.
He's a nice guy, but no, he wants that. He wants those women online that want him. Big boobs, 20 years old, and he says it. He said that's what he wants.
Solo promised to share her father's inheritance with Larry.
She wants to bring her gold bars. That's right, because her father left her an inheritance of gold bars.
All she needed to do was go before the court, and they would get access to her father's account.
A simple process quickly turned into endless fees to get the gold bars.
They would always add some kind of fee onto it.
Larry sent so much money trying to get these gold bars, he started borrowing money from his friends and neighbors.
I mean, there have been people that want to sue him because, they're demanding their money back.
She called me and threatened to go to the lawyer and take me to court over it.
He would knock on everybody's door.
We'll track down the man that used this woman's photos to trick Larry into sending tens of thousands of dollars, and we'll try to talk some sense into Larry. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed. All right, team, we got another case. It's from a woman named Colette who's writing on behalf of her neighbor, Larry. She says, "Hi, Catfish team. I believe my elderly neighbor has been involved in a romance scam for years. He is communicating with a young woman on Facebook claiming to be from Nigeria. Larry has sent about $60,000 over the years, much of which he'd borrowed from family and people in our town. He keeps getting tricked into sending personal information, and I am worried about potential financial fraud. Please help. He desperately needs it. Sincerely, Colette."
Hello, Catfish team, and my name is Colette. I'm 65 years old. I live in Kentucky, and I'm here on behalf of my neighbor.
Hello, Catfish team. My name is Larry. I am 75 years old, and I'm from Kentucky.
I first met my neighbor Larry when I moved here to Kentucky. He helped build the fences on my property. I've got 13 acres here.
I have installed water lines and cattle holding facilities and cattle waters and such as that.
He takes great value in his work. So, like I said, we had one of the best fences around. I mean, everybody that has his fencing, you can tell if you're driving down the roads, and you can recognize the fencing that he did. Just a very kind, gentle man. He valued honesty, and he was very intelligent. We have friends in the neighborhood that are shocked that he has gone down this path because he was always very, very intelligent. So they were very surprised. But it can get the best of us, I suppose.
Before his online dating journey, Larry was a father of 3 children and a husband.
He had a very, very close family. He lives right next door to his brother and his brother's wife and all that. Very close family, but when all this happened, that tore the family apart, or tore him apart from the family, I guess.
I was married, but it wasn't recorded in the clerk's office. When we got into it, she said we never were married, so I guess we just dropped it at that. I spend most of my time here at home. I have a large yard. I mow that. I've got a friend who's got a house across the road that he doesn't live in, and I mow that yard for him.
Larry was living all alone when his online journey began. Everything changed the day he received a message from a woman he simply couldn't resist.
She had popped up on Facebook. She just seemed like a very pleasant Christian woman. Decided we wanted to continue texting. We both enjoyed our conversations, and it just went from there.
He met a woman, and they're dating. He said, "That's wonderful." I really, really was happy for him.
I asked her age. This was just about on the beginning, and she told me, of course, that back then she was about 30. I told her, I said, "Oh, I'm way too old for you." I told her how old I was. I think I was 70, 71 at the time. She said, "Oh, those are just numbers." She said, "I don't pay any attention to numbers." I said, "Well, we can be friends." I said, "It doesn't matter what the age difference is, as long as we're just enjoy talking to each other and our friends."
Big boobs, big lips, the fillers, whatever.
Very beautiful. She had the long, dark brown hair, black in some pictures that I've seen.
They're in their 20s, I guess. And that's what he wants. And I told him, I said, "Larry, there are a lot of women here. I mean, because like I say, he's a nice guy. And there's women here that would like company, and it would be a real live woman. But no, he wants that. He wants those women online that want him. With, big boobs, 20 years old. That's what he wants. And he says it. He said that's what he wants.
That she wasn't on the internet very much. And it was just more or less an act of God that we were on there at the same time. Her father did missionary work for the Catholic Church, and her father was called to go to Nigeria to work the Catholic Church there. And she said he had been both a father and mother to her. She said her mother had gotten killed, and so she went with him to Nigeria. And she said she graduated from pharmacy school, and she graduated at the top of her class. Now, she's a United States citizen. She was born in Los Angeles, California, and I have a picture of her passport, probably a month and a half. She told me that she had really fallen in love with me. I enjoyed talking to her.
And just like that, Seekers, Larry was hooked. He couldn't get enough of his late night chats with Sola. After a few months, the two made plans to meet up in person.
When we were talking, she said that she worked at the hospital there, a teaching hospital. She was a doctor and a surgeon. She showed me certificates where she had passed her pharmacy test. She said she really didn't have the money to leave. Once you're here, she said it's very hard to leave. Plane ticket was pretty expensive. I started saving my money to help buy her ticket, and then she found out she had to have a COVID test, and that was another $1,000 that we didn't have. And then we thought we had everything set up, ready to go, and then she found out she had to have this travel allowance, which we didn't have, and so we had to back up and start saving for that. I had a pickup truck, and I sold it, got that taken care of, but it seemed like there was always something that would come up.
Larry had been shoveling out money left and right. He did whatever it took to meet Sola in person. After he took care of the final travel expenses, it was time for her to get on the plane. But unfortunately, something else came up. Before leaving Nigeria, she would need to claim her father's inheritance.
Her father had gotten killed.
And she's trying to get back into our country. She wants to bring her gold bars. That's right, because her father left her an inheritance of gold bars.
She said to weigh 4 pounds, 21 or 25 of them. All she needed to do was go before the court, and they would give her the necessary papers to take to the bank to get access to her father's account. They would always add some kind of fee onto it.
Sola, claiming she needed help getting the gold bars, sent Larry spiraling. And there was fees that needed to be paid for them to be released. This is when he started borrowing money from his friends and family.
And so he came by the house and needed money. So gave him some money. He says, I'll pay you back at the end of the week or next week or whatever. He did pay back, but then he kept needing money over and over again.
I have another friend that I owe about $5,000 to.
So everybody gave him money. He would knock on everybody's door. Everybody's door.
One man and woman in Greene County, he had loaned me $3,500.
I mean, there have been people that want to sue him because, they're demanding their money back.
She called me and threatened to go to the lawyer and take me to court over it.
He says, well, the gold bars are on their way here, so I'll have it soon, and I'll give you one of the gold bars or whatever.
Larry knew once the gold bar situation was over, the two would be rich and live there happily ever after. But the problems continued to pile up.
In the process of her trying to get access to her father's property, at one time, she told me, she said, I don't feel good. And she said, if I'm not feeling any better in the morning, I'm going to call and have the ambulance come get me. Early the next morning, her lawyer called me and said that she had passed out in the bathroom. She had fell and cut her leg pretty bad and had to call the ambulance.
She has this doctor named Dr. Benjamin Franklin.
And she sent me a picture of this doctor. She said that they were going to run tests on her. I told her to tell him to check for poison. And then the next day, he had found poison in her system. I think it was $200 and some for the medicine to flush the poison out of her system.
The doctor there at the hospital she's at, they're going to let her die unless we get some money for her medications. And, and he's panicking. He needs to get money for her medications. Otherwise, she's going to die.
After hearing all of the stories from Sola, Colette had enough. She contacted her daughter to help her with this situation.
There were several times where Lowe's would ban him from buying gift cards because they knew him. My daughter moved here with me from California. She is his caregiver. So when she came out to care for him, she found out, he's on the phone all the time and he always needs rides because she has to take him everywhere. He needs rides to Lowe's to get gift cards.
She has got my phone set up now to where she is my parent.
And she had to, of course, deal with the repercussions because, he's yelling at her and insisting that he give him back his phone.
I can't get on WhatsApp because my parent is overseeing my phone.
Because everyone is telling him it's a scam, and he's insisting, nope, it's real. I'm just going to prove it to you.
At this point, Colette and her daughter refused to give Larry back his phone. She reached out to us because he still continues to believe all of this could be real.
So right now, he still says he thinks the girl is real, but she was being scammed by these scammers that took her money and took his money and all this kind of thing.
I told her, I said, it just seems like that you're not coming. I said, I've done everything that has been required of me.
We just kept telling him this is a scam, and
she couldn't wait till she was over here with me.
He believes in his heart that she's real.
I'm not the type that believes in divorce. And she said, I'll be with you as long as we live. And I told her that I would be with her too. And it's always something seems to come up.
So he thinks it's about $60,000. It may be more.
After Colette contacted the team, we got straight to work. It was time to get together to come up with a game plan.
So most of the money that he's sent to this scammer, it sounds like, has been from borrowing money from other people?
So he's well known in his town, respected, people love him, and they were under the impression that they were giving him the money because he is going through cancer treatments.
I mean, what's gonna happen when they find out the truth?
This is one of the messages that he sent one of the people in the town to get them to let him borrow the money for the gold bars. Please, Miss Julie, help me. I'm a Christian man trying to live on Social Security, but I've run out of money and food before I get my next check each month. I'm recovering from cancer and I live by myself and I am so lonely.
My first gut instinct reaction is shame on him. Yeah. Like, he's leveraging cancer and being on Social Security to get money from people, but he's using the money and sending it for, like, quote unquote gold bars to somebody he met on Facebook. That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look good.
So when he receives the money, he asks Colette to drive him to Lowe's down the street, and he's buying gift cards at Lowe's.
I think the reason why he's falling for this is because he's a guy that likes to be outside. He likes to work with his hands, and he's getting older. His health is declining. He can't do that stuff anymore. I don't feel like just running reverse image searches on these women is gonna be enough. Can we come up with a better idea?
What we can do, we have Chris who works for us, who's been doing a lot more work lately. When I was in Nigeria, I gave him some meta glasses. Chris scammed a woman 4.5 years ago. We confronted Chris, and I talked to him and said, dude, like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're like scamming people and doing this. And so I'm like, why don't you do work for us, pay her back.
And start fresh and new chapter.
Yeah, so that's what he started doing. He started doing work for us, and then he was paying her back. And it's 4.5 years later, and he's done like work and interviews and research and all sorts of things. And so when I need anything done in Nigeria, I contact Chris.
Yeah, oh, those are actually
He has Meta Glass, he had GoPro, and then he has another phone for filming. And so what we can do is we can send him to the college to talk to like an administrator or secretary to verify if this person goes here. Not only does the person not live in Nigeria, they don't go to this school, and we can show him how they scammed him so he understands how this stuff works. Mm-hmm. Because without that, he's gonna just keep falling for this over and over.
Yeah. I like that idea. I mean, we already know the phone number is a Nigerian phone number. There's nothing to debunk there, so.
All right, Seekers, it was time to put the game plan into action. Our insider, Chris, a reformed ex-scammer willing to help, would head out to some of these locations in Nigeria to uncover the truth about Sola for Larry. While Chris prepared for the trip, David and Brienne dug into the research that Colette had gathered, and they found some shocking information about who was truly behind these fake profiles.
We looked up his phone number, and so what we do is we use a tool that essentially tries to log into a lot of different accounts using like phone numbers, emails, anything we put in. And it doesn't always tell us exactly what the account is, but it tells us if they have an account or not. What's his phone number again? Sorry, it's 233.
23355?
So we did it with the phone number that he had, and he had a Telegram account that we found. And so we were able to also get an email address.
There he is.
He doesn't have any posts, but he has these highlight videos on his Instagram.
Living a good life. That's a nice apartment.
We found out what he looks like.
Wow. What? He's not even hiding at all. Look at him. He's living the life. He's wearing designer clothes, glasses. This guy's making money.
So we can show him who he's talking to. That's like really cool, actually.
Yeah, this.
Oh, did we get a license plate? We got a license plate. What an idiot. He has a BMW. Yeah, so you can request a vehicle report in South Africa.
Is it SA for South Africa?
Yeah. Actually, if you Google it, try Googling it because, okay, so that's the dealership.
Pretoria, South Africa.
Where is Pretoria?
South Africa.
Right, but where?
They had a marker. I was gonna click on it.
What's the capital? Oh, wait, you know what?
Capital, South Africa.
So open that Auto Trader. But the only problem is there's a lot of BMWs, like blue BMWs.
Yeah, you would be clicking on everything.
Let's dig into this a little bit more. So we have to decode the VIN.
That looks just like his car. That's crazy.
Oh, this guy's like 600,000 followers.
Oh my goodness. That's a big following. Who is this guy? Is he the owner of the dealership?
It looks like he might be.
Yeah, he's a lot of nice cars.
So we not only have his face,
Yeah.
we have, and he's wearing a paddock right there. Like, I don't know if that's a real paddock, but it's a paddock. And he's wearing like a bling bling chain. Like, I think this guy might have money.
Yeah, he's definitely flaunting his money.
We contact law enforcement. They can contact this dealership and see who it's sold to because we know it was bought from this dealership. We have the license plate number, the make and model of the car.
And just like that, Seekers, David and Brienne were able to make a connection with these two profiles and these two men. Could these be the people behind all of this? Seekers, stick around until the end. We'll sit down with Larry.
We actually want to show you this person that you've been talking to for all this time. You want to see what they look like?
All right.
And we'll reveal all of the footage that Chris got after he visited the school that Sola claimed she attended. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too.
Hey Seekers, if you're only following us here, you're missing half the story.
Follow Catfish online on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for updates and content we don't share on YouTube.
If you're looking to contact us and you think you might need our help finding out who you're communicating with online, or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or a family member, don't hesitate to reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers you've been looking for. And we're back, Seekers. After a few days of David and Brienne researching all of the information Colette sent over, Brienne decided to give her a call to get an update on how Larry was doing.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Colette.
Hi.
Do you have a few minutes?
Sure.
Okay. I wanted to touch base with you and get a little intel about your conversation or your situation with Larry within the last week.
The only new development is that he is contacting the girl from 5 years ago named Gladys. And he went back to contacting her because he's no longer in touch with the latest girl, which is Sola. I told him don't send them any money, but he says he's not. But he says, but he has a heart for the little girl, so he has to send money to make sure the little girl is taken care of. Gladys said her daughter wants some kind of game or something, and he says, well, I'll send her $50 and get her something. And then the next day she says, oh, my daughter's in pain because she fell. And he said, well, get her some Advil. And she said, well, the Advil won't work. We got to go to the doctors. And then, of course, you go to the doctors. And then she says, well, we got to pay this medical bill for pills, meds, pain pills. So he sent her money for that.
So explain to me how he got back into contact, because last time we spoke, you guys took his old phone away. He has a new phone with these parental controls.
So this person, he can find them on Facebook. When my daughter, who is his caregiver, she took his phone and erased, blocked this new person, or blocked Gladys, and deleted all their text messages on Facebook. And
Wow.
he's upset. He's very upset. Very upset because he wants her back. He wants to be able to talk to her on Facebook, but now she's blocked. And he wrote to the other 4 profiles with the same name, and they have not written back.
All right. Okay. Well, we're in the middle of research right now. We are looking to find, who this person is in the image, who the person is behind the profile. The only last part of this is the Western Union transfers. Do you have any of those?
I will ask him. I forgot to ask him about the Western Union. He kept all of the gift cards. So I know he has all of those because he just kept them all.
Okay, it's really important that we get the Western Union receipts because it should show the recipient of the funds.
Ah, okay. I will see if I can get that. Yeah.
Let's meet at the end of this week. I think it'd be best if we meet sooner than later, give you the results and give Larry the results that he needs.
That would be great. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for your time, Colette, and I will be chatting with you soon.
Okay, take care.
All right, thanks, Colette. Have a good day.
After gathering all of the research, it was time to sit down with Larry to reveal the truth about both of these profiles.
All right, let's get into it. Like, Larry needs a serious come to Jesus talk right now. Larry.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. This is my first time meeting you. My name's Brianne.
Yeah, and I'm David.
Nice to meet y'all.
Like, do you know why we're here today?
No, I don't.
Yeah, so Colette's been helping us out, and so has Colette's daughter. They mentioned that you were talking to someone online and that you wanted to verify who you're talking to.
Yes.
So here, let's do this. I mean, it sounds like this stuff is happening to you quite a bit. We've done a lot of research on Gladys and Sola, and they follow similar trends to kind of the other stuff that you dealt with. And so what we want to do is we want to go through that information with you. We'll break down exactly what's happening, how these people are doing what they're doing. And we have actually a really big surprise for you today.
Okay.
I think you're going to be shocked at what we found out.
I hope it's a good shock.
I don't know about that, Larry.
I don't either.
Depends on how you take the shock.
Yeah, that's true.
There's this phone number that you had been messaging back and forth, this person claiming to be Gladys. By chance, can I ask you, where did Gladys say that she was last located?
Chicago.
So here's my question for you. If this person's in Chicago, why do they have a phone number from Ghana? That's a long ways away from Chicago.
She used to be in Ghana, I think.
So when I travel, if I was to use my phone number while traveling, it costs me $10 every single day. It's $300 a month. So for this person to have a phone number for Ghana and be chatting with you every day, they'd be spending $300 a month. Why would they not just have a US number?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It makes no sense.
So we took that phone number and we ran some searches and we found the person behind this phone number. So this person had a username attached to the phone number, and it's a man living in Nigeria.
Okay.
When Brianne was running the search, she found out that an Instagram account had been created with this phone number and a Snapchat account had been created with this phone number. So we dug in a little bit deeper, we pulled the username, and then we went to the account. We actually want to show you this person that you've been talking to for all this time. You want to see what they look like?
All right.
How much money have you sent to this person, Larry?
$60,000.
So you've sent this person $50,000, $60,000. They're traveling the world. They have gold chains. They have designer shoes. They have, an expensive watch. This is where the money's been going to.
Okay. All right.
We also found the person in the images, right? So this person you're talking to, Larry, what they did is they stole somebody's images of her and her daughter, and then they pretended to be this person that you've been talking to for all these years. When you think you're talking to Gladys, you're really talking to this scammer.
So what David is saying is Gladys does not exist, but we can show you who the real woman is in the images that were sent to you.
All right.
This person's name, real person in the image, her name is Jessica.
Jessica.
Yes, and she lives in Brazil.
Brazil. Well, she had told me once that she was in Brazil.
The person you are talking to is not in Brazil. They're in Nigeria. But this is the daughter, and she speaks Portuguese. They're from Brazil.
Oi, gente, tudo bem com vocês? Hoje eu vim mostrar.
Okay.
And so the person you're talking to, like Brianne said, they're taking these images and they're sending them over to you.
Okay.
You're taking it pretty well. What are you thinking?
I had already maybe suspected something like this.
Does it hurt though? I mean, you spent a lot of years talking to this person online, giving tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it hurts.
And it's a guy like that has been trying to take advantage of you the whole time.
I suspected I was being scammed, but I thought, okay, I'll do this, and then I've done my part. And if it is for real, then I've done what I should have done.
These scammers, they're reaching out to you, and like everything that they want from you has nothing to do with the love and the friendship and connecting with you. They're just after you because they want to take your money.
That's true. I'm learning. It's been a slow process.
Why do you think you keep falling for this? Because this is not the first time, and even today you're talking to somebody else.
Well, Gladys, when she first started texting with me, she was very nice. She showed me a picture of her daughter, Vicky. They asked me if I could send them a little money to buy groceries with. Vicky was hungry and she was hungry. So that's how it started.
Well, as you can see from the Instagram account from the real person, Victoria doesn't seem to be looking like she needs any sort of money or clothing. Matter of fact, it looks like her mom spoils the crap out of her.
I'm glad that you showed me this. So now, I don't have to worry about Vicky. I don't know, maybe I'm kind-hearted, especially when it comes to children.
You definitely seem like it. You seem like you are kind-hearted. But these people are trying to take advantage of you, Larry. I mean, if you want to be kind-hearted, go donate money to a reputable charity.
Or help people in your community, because I've been told that there are a lot of neighbors that really enjoy your company.
I have some nice neighbors, I do.
Like, I heard though that, you've been talking to Gladys for a while, and this person's pushed you to get money. And so you've gone to your neighbors, people in your town, asking for money for them.
That was so.
But Larry, do you see what you're doing? Your whole town, you're making your whole town fund this Nigerian scammer's lifestyle.
Yeah, I have stopped going and asking my friends and neighbors for money.
So we actually see this happen often, Larry. So what's going on here is that you've already sent thousands of dollars. And so scammers have put you on a list. And so they're going to keep reaching out to you, pretending to be different women online, interested in getting to know you because they just want to get more money from you. The fact that you've already sent money means they're just going to keep trying to basically attack you with these profiles because they want you to fall in love with them so you can keep sending money.
I have finally graduated. And I'm not doing that. I'm through sending money. I really don't have it to send because I need to pay off some of these people that I owe.
But how many times have you told yourself that this is the last time I'm going to send money?
Not many times.
But still, you've told yourself that, even if it's twice, you've told yourself it's twice too many. And I'm only saying this, Larry, because we care about you, and you actually seem like a really nice guy. But I'll be candid with you. Like, if you borrowed money from me and you're not paying me back, and I'm seeing you send money to a scammer in Nigeria, I'm going to be pretty upset with you.
Yeah.
what we're hoping is today that we can show you these red flags, we can educate you and see why this is happening so that it doesn't happen to you anymore, so that you can move forward with your life with all these amazing people in your town that have actually cared for you, that loan you money, your caretaker, with everybody in your life that actually cares about you. Because these people are your real friends, not these people you're finding online.
That's true. I realize that. I mean, I know that.
Well, if you really truly graduated, then you should block the person you were just talking to 20 minutes ago.
Well, she didn't ask me for any money. She just,
Larry,
no, we just went through this.
from what she has told me, that she shouldn't need any money, and I don't plan to send her any money.
But that's the problem, Larry. The problem is you continue to entertain random people who message you. These people care about you and they're helping you, thinking that they're helping somebody who's going through cancer and they're putting food on your table or they're helping you pay for medication. And so it's just not a good look, and you seem like this really nice, caring person. You're just caring for the wrong people.
Yeah, I am. But, I sit here and at night I get lonely, and I like younger women.
It's very apparent.
I see
Larry.
that.
It's very apparent.
Yeah.
We will find somebody for you to chat with, somebody that's safe, somebody that won't ask you for money, and that you can talk to any time of the day.
Okay.
So we'll do that, maybe even a couple people, and then we'll follow up later this week, okay?
Okay. Now, did you have anything on solar?
Yeah, it's the passport. So Sola sent a passport.
So that was one of the things that you had gotten, that you had believed, but we were actually able to find the exact ID that was used. And what this person did, Larry, is they took an ID off the internet and they photoshopped it.
Notice the right side of the passport, right under the eagle. Do you see? It looks like there's some sort of smear or something missing.
Yeah.
I ran this through our reverse image search and I found a match. It's the same exact picture, same exact passport. The passport ID number is the same, but you'll notice that someone's hand is in the picture. They're holding the passport up. And where the hand is in this picture, it is missing in the other picture because it had been edited out.
Even look at the signature, Larry, on both of them.
The same signature.
It's the same signature on both of them.
I'm not surprised in this after what has happened lately.
So there are two people here in this whole investigation that we looked at for you, and we were able to confirm that neither one of them are who they say they are.
Well, I'm wondering if you can convict any of these people.
So I was in Nigeria 2 weeks ago, and I had a meeting with a detective in Nigeria, and I sent him the Western Union information, and I sent him the social media accounts. And so I have law enforcement in Nigeria actually looking into this case for you right now. And so what they did is, like, when these people went and picked up money, they had to present their ID, their location, all that information. And so law enforcement is finding out who picked up the packages, the money. 4 people total that picked up money, but 1 person picked up money the most. And so they're gonna go after that guy, and they're gonna go after the other people. Plus we have the social media of the actual person that you're talking to. They've posted their location, they continually post in real time, and law enforcement is monitoring it, and they're gonna go find this person and arrest him.
Good. That sounds very encouraging, and I hope that they do.
Well, so do we.
I would like to see this bunch just put in prison and not do this anymore. And if they have to pay I hope they have to pay a huge fine too.
But we'll make a deal with you, okay? We're gonna go and we're gonna pursue this with law enforcement, but you have to stop doing this, because I don't wanna go and then use my contacts, get all of our resources. Our team spent a lot of time. You've borrowed a lot of money from people in your town, and you're starting to get things back on track. And I just don't want to follow up with you, a few months from now, and then you be back in this hole. So promise us one thing. If we go through this, we're gonna push things along with law enforcement. We'll find somebody or a few people for you to talk to that are safe, that are not gonna ask you for money, but you gotta stop talking to strangers on the internet. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm not sending anybody else any more money.
Okay.
I'm honest. I really appreciate the time and the effort that you put forth, and you going to Nigeria. I hope that you go back again, and I hope that you come face to face with these people.
And remember our deal, right?
Not talking to nobody don't know. Not sending no more money.
All right, we're gonna
Sounds
follow
like a
up with
plan.
you in a few weeks, all right?
All right.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you, Larry, for your time, and nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Larry still has a lot left to learn when it comes to online dating. We felt like we got through to him, and we're hoping that he keeps his promise. Chris did end up going to the school that Sola claimed to attend out in Nigeria. He brought back some footage, and we sent it all over to Larry. No professor or any students had heard of anybody by the name of Sola. The next steps for us is to get Larry to file a police report, and we're going to send all of the evidence to law enforcement in Nigeria. Seekers, it's almost time for our weekly live stream. You can find a link to our live stream on our YouTube channel by clicking the live tab and going to our most recent video. See you all there. If you have been involved in a romance scam, don't forget to report it. It helps get the word out and potentially stops other people from being scammed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget all of our new videos go out every Wednesday. If you like this video, subscribe. And if you want to see more, you should probably click one of these two videos.